You know, this kid would have never believed that he had the ability to change his life, to change his weight, and his high blood pressure by changing his eating habits. Imagine a life where you truly believe that you're stuck and there's absolutely nothing you can do to fix it. That's how I felt my entire life about my high blood pressure, about my body, my life, and my low self-esteem. Growing up, and as far back as I can remember, I've always struggled with high blood pressure. And I'll never forget the first time I went to one of those random clinic doctors and they told my mom that my blood pressure was extremely high for my age and that medicine was needed to treat my condition. I was only a kid. In high school, during my junior year of football, my pressure was raised so high, about 160/84, that I almost missed the entire football season. Not only was my blood pressure high, I just kept getting chubbier and chubbier. By my senior year in high school, I reached my heaviest, 260 pounds. And on the outside, it was all smiles and laughter, but on the inside, I was hurting. And I didn't know where to turn to. Couldn't reach or talk with my father because he was never around. And I didn't have a steady doctor growing up, so I just couldn't trust the physician from the clinic. I couldn't afford or even entertain my mom with the idea of a therapist. And I couldn't even talk to my mom because I didn't think she would understand how I felt. So I just turned to food. Food was my comfort, and still is. Food made me feel good. Food distracted me from the hurt and the pain of looking at myself in the mirror. And as I look back on those moments, I realized that it was my relationship with food that distracted and limited me from going after my heart's most desires, deepest desires and experiences, because I didn't have the energy. I was robbed of energy. Once I became more aware of my eating habits, things slowly began to change. During my first year of college, away from my family, I became overwhelmed with homework assignments as I realized I didn't have the energy to complete my work and have a social life or enjoy life. I felt locked in. My pressure was still high, I was still chubby, and my self-esteem was still shy. But I still desired to change, and that's when something miraculous happened. In 2015, during my sophomore year of college, I found a man on the internet by the name of Dr. Sebi. He's a holistic doctor, and he's cured hundreds of people with life-threatening diseases naturally. And I spent hours studying this man and his life. His teachings inspired me. They gave me hope, and they helped me to realize that there is something I can do to fix my health problems. All my life before this discovery, I felt powerless. And now it was like a light bulb that went off. I realized why I had high blood pressure. I realized why I was chubby. And I realized that I could boost my self-esteem, change my life, fix my problem by changing my eating habits. I didn't realize the chain reaction that changing my eating habits would have on my life. Changing my eating habits resulted in losing weight naturally without going to the gym too often. And losing weight resulted in the lowering of my blood pressure. I was thrilled even though I didn't have all the pieces of the puzzle together at the time. 3 years into my journey, I've lost more than 90 pounds and have been successful at keeping those 90 pounds off without being consistent in the gym, because I fucking hate the gym. And I choose to take long bike rides instead. I no longer suffer from high blood pressure. My self-esteem is high knowing that I am in control. I am in control of how I look, how I feel, and my health. And that makes me feel really good. I strongly desired change and I got it. But with that being said, I'm far from perfect. And I have days where I do not exercise or ride my bike at all and I eat like a fucking pig. But honestly, days like this are really important because they make me better and more able to understand myself and my emotions, my cravings. And it helps me keep an objective viewpoint of my eating habits. And this way, I can still eat at a caloric deficit on most days while enjoying the foods that I love. We are only human, and we can only try. And as long as we try, we can change.